Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Late Night Brew, where we talk to brews first, then we get around what we're supposed to after the fact. Joining me once again is Jonathan Hazelden. John, welcome back.
Hey Buck, thanks for having me again.
Always. So before we get into a deeper dive of what Microsoft Defender covers, you know the drill. What brew are you having with me today?
So today I have one of my other favorite summer drinks, which is a gin and tonic. Hopefully you can see
Classic.
it. And this is actually the gin that I've got is actually from Sydney, Australia, and more
Oh,
specifically, it's from Manly, which is a town within Sydney where I used to live, or I lived for 5 years. So it's kind of
oh,
um,
nice.
yeah, it's quite cool. My wife got it for me, so as a special present, and it's very good.
Uh, I love it. I do enjoy a good gin mostly because of my wife, and actually we secretly coordinated off screen, and I too have a gin and tonic. Special late night gin is really what we should have called this. My gin is from a uh, distillery in Southern Carolina, Beaufort actually, and it's called Rotten Little Bastard, which is what the distiller was called by his mom. And so he decided to name the distillery after it, which is hilarious.
That is brilliant. That's brilliant.
It is. And it's actually a really good gin too. So on top of it all, win-win.
Always helps.
Now, Defender. What are the main areas? Like we covered, it's not the old school Defender of ye old days. What are the main areas that Defender or Microsoft Defender covers?
So if you think about Microsoft Defender now, it's a cloud native suite of products, and they come under the different products come under the banner of Microsoft 365 Defender. And so underneath that, you have Microsoft Defender for Endpoint, which we discussed previously, which is covering all your endpoint devices, Windows, but not just Windows, as well as iOS, Android, and
Oh,
other platforms. Yeah, and Mac as well. Mac OS it covers too. And then, so that's the endpoint protection part. And then you've got Microsoft Defender for Identity, which essentially is all about your identity management, but it also integrates with your on-premise Active Directory to get information and signals from on-prem about potential threats. And
what's a
then,
normal login for that
yeah,
user kind of thing?
yeah, a lot of it is, or one of the critical pieces is around like behavior management or behavior
Hmm.
observation. So if somebody's regularly logging in from the same location, using the same device, etc., it builds up a picture of what a route, like a routine might look like for a specific user. And then when things happen that are outside of that kind of common routine, that could be used as a signal that something's wrong.
Right. Hey, this is out of character for him. Like
Yeah.
the host of the Late Night Brew drinking a G&T instead of a beer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
What's
yeah,
going on here?
yeah. There's something not quite right here. Um, so that's your identity piece. So you've got endpoint identity, and then you've got Microsoft Office 365 Defender, which is basically your email collaboration tools. So your
Right.
anti-phishing, safe attachments, all those kind of tools that are used, mainly around email and collaboration. And then the other product is Microsoft Defender for Cloud Apps, and that is it's all about your applications. So, and more specifically around cloud applications. So
Right.
a classic would be obviously Office 365, but then there's also a host of other cloud applications, Salesforce, Box, etc. All these third-party applications that your users are maybe using, and it's a way to integrate and monitor what's happening with those cloud applications, and it integrates really well with Defender for Endpoint, because that's where it gets a lot of the data about what the users are doing, that it pulls into Defender for Cloud Apps.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah.
so just to wrap that up in a neat little bow, it's not just the built-in Microsoft web apps. It's potentially most applications that can be added into and integrated with 365 that it can extend that protection to.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, Microsoft's catalog of applications that they support directly with cloud apps is expanding all the time. I can't remember what it was last time I looked, like 30,000 apps, something like that.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a
But
lot of.
yeah, it's a lot, and it's really, really powerful.
Yeah. With so Defender Suite, it covers identity, it covers endpoint, it covers what people are doing in the cloud.
Mm.
That's a lot of potential noise. So what can be done to help, filter through the noise, right? We all know the problem of, oh, we need to get notifications about everything, right? Because then there's a problem, and except you end up with a folder that has 10,000 unread messages because you get 100 emails a day.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's a couple of things that you can do. So all those products essentially will integrate with the Microsoft security suite, or the Defender portal, if you want to call it
Right.
that. So all those signals are all coming into one place within Defender, and what you have now with some of the additional licensing is a lot of automation.
Hmm.
So because there's so much information, and rather than having a person filter through all of that information and try and pull out, okay, which ones are real threats and which ones aren't, there is to help with that, Microsoft have what they call automated investigation and response capabilities. So
Hmm.
a lot of those signals that come in can actually be analyzed and dealt with and mitigated and solved automatically. So that would be one
Without,
way to do it. Yeah,
yeah,
without
without
manual
creating a ticket.
intervention of looking at them all, and it's kind of like a replacement for a potential replacement for a security analyst.
That's a dangerous word to go off on, but
Yeah,
unfortunately, that is our time today. So, Jonathan, thank you very much once again for joining me, especially on this special episode of the Late Night Gin. If there's any questions, all of our contact is below. Otherwise, I hope to see you again for the next episode. Cheers, mate. Thanks for joining me.
thanks for having me. Cheers.